Okay, we live. Hey, welcome back to the Utterly Pointless Channel's Siralim Ultimate Playlist. It's late at night over here, so I gotta keep my voice down a little bit. Anyway, my animator team has come out working pretty well. You're going to see a lot of free attacks here, and that will be from this guy who has Ass Kicker, and that will wind up being a lot of free attacks here that will be carried over by Vulcanar because he has red tether. So after an adjacent ally attacks here or here, he attacks too, and that will get everybody attack bonuses of 20% each time they attack. And also these two creatures here, the Koloss and the Phoenix, they wind up dying and resurrecting every turn that they take, which will cause Pacing Death's Trail to trigger here. And so that will be a ton of attacks that trigger from the Animatus, and that will also be carried over to Vulcanar again because of red tether. So just a lot of increasing damage, and the wall giant has hostile vitality, so when the giant attacks, it will deal damage equal to 30%, 35%. Yeah, it will, deal additional damage equal to 35% of its current health. So that is borrowed here because of the perks, where the Animatus will gain a copy of the 5th creature's innate trait. So there's going to be a lot of additional damage coming from the Animatus also. As creatures die, the Animatus will gain an extra 25% of their attack, intelligence, defense, and speed. So that's going to work out great. And let's see. So that's about it. Just wanted to also mention, though, that after creatures are resurrected, they gain 50% extra max health. And I do have Corrosive Dragon Breath here. So in combination with Stone Ward, which gives a very small amount of defense to an enemy or your own creature, but this is essentially dedicated to making enemies defend and provoke. So that way, Corrosive Dragon Breath will trigger here, and during both defending and provoking, enemies' defense will go down by 40%. So that makes for a pretty easy fight. And I'm off to fight Sarea. So I'll demonstrate the provoking and defending that trigger Corrosive Dragon Breath. So here goes. So you might notice a tiny, killed everybody before. Killed everybody before I got to take a turn again. So let's see if these guys can hold up. Okay, this will get rid of everybody's defense to quite a good extent, so here goes. And that's that. Let me check the battle history here. So yeah, these guys really took a lot of extra damage from losing a lot of defense here. So let me see how much got reduced. There we go. Wow. So yeah, that is some really significant defense loss here. So that is awesome. Because it gets cast twice, I mean, you're going to see huge losses. So that appears to be it. We do have lots of stat gaining here. So just a nice all-around setup. A little bit refrigerator. A little bit defensive and offensive. Very, very offensive. So yeah, it's not uncommon for the team to be able to deal lethal damage, corpse explosions, additional attacks, and so there we go. Looks like millions in damage already. Okay. So yeah, at this point, I mean, everything's very easy, but Stone Ward will make it happen. You'll see a tiny flash of red lettering here, and that will just show that defense goes down both after the creature provokes and defends. So there we go. Everything is pretty much paper at that point. So with everybody raring to go and just firing off some really angry, powerful attacks quite rapidly and in large numbers, the Stone Guard is just the frosting on the cake that you need to serve up some whoop-ass to the enemy. So one of these guys will probably end up dying here in a second. Nope. Oh, there we go. Yep. That's it. 48 million damage, I think. Let me see. Yep. So, how did that happen? Let's see. Oh, corpse explosion. Alright, we'll just repeat that again. We'll just repeat that, rather. And thanks for your patience. It's late at the end of the day. I know my fridge is running and not being helpful, but hopefully you can hear me over it. And over these loud corpse explosions. So... So as you can see, it's just really, really nasty attacks where everything grows 20% at a time and often causes lethal damage, causing corpse explosions, causing more lethal damage. So it's pretty much in the bag here every time that I start a fight, just because something will end up going and again just trigger the animatus's innate ability of casting corpse explosion. So as you can see, something did get resurrected and it's dead. So that is that. And so as you can see, Ass Kicker does trigger off a lot of attacks, and Vulcanar follows up too. So between those two, you're really wearing away enemies to the point that they're taking lethal damage. And so you almost don't even need the Koloss and the Phoenix to self-sacrifice and get the Animatus mad as well. Or should I say madder. It's awesome fighting with this. It just really feels like having a crazy train car filled with explosives chasing the enemy team down. And I just have a lot of cast on attack spells. And I should probably make Clayman one of those. But there are only so many spells that I can fit in the Animatus's spots, so I do have it. Oops. Right here, and so that is generous, and there is a 100% chance to cast twice, so that's not on attack, obviously. I may consider putting a duplicate in for another team member that can have it cast on attack. So in the meantime, we're just getting tons and tons of life gain from Bloodseeker on the Animatus, so all of its massive life gains trickle through to everybody else to the tune of about 50%. So it's good to be able to fight a creature master every so often, just because they have so much health, and it's good to just see how the team works in the long run here. Looks like we're getting whomped a bit, but as soon as I can get the Stone Guard spell on, assuming these guys live even to that point, and they don't, so there we go. Because yeah, as you can see, these attacks just really scale up fast, having bonus damage equal to a fraction of your max health, as everybody gets tons of it, is really entertaining to watch. So you can see I'm hitting for about 1.5 million with the Animatus already. So this is just really perforating the enemy team very quickly. And I'll just use Stone Ward again. Bye-bye defense. Just a couple more attacks, some corpse explosions. That is it, so. Got a pretty good thing going this time. Hopefully I won't be running into the same nonsense that I had with Althea because that was sad. I mean, I found her to be the weakest boss, or at least the most easily defeated false god, so I'm going back for another round with her real quick, so. I think it might be the next floor, and I think I have Sarea to fight. Yep, there we go. I like the buffs here, but I'm just getting to the point I can spar for fun in the meantime, get some more treasure, and I can fund any fine-tuning. All I really have left is netherstone, upgrading, swapping out essentially, so it doesn't take much to take a stone out, but yeah, putting in a new one is a bit expensive, so that's why I'm doing runs through with both Shadowbringer, and now that I have the goblet set up for Animator, this team, so. And I'm pretty confident that Sarea will be beaten easily. Just gotta locate her, and there we go. I found that usually I need some of the realm boosts still to beat a level boss. I've been trying to become independent of that, and just let my team scrap as is. I just don't like getting so many things like shelled and protected and arcane, and just being pretty much given the keys to the kingdom right there. I just like having a bit of a good clean fight, even if that does involve just using Holy Blast and Warp Reality. So she's over here somewhere. There we are. Okay, and what do you do there, Sarea? Assuming you live. Thank goodness I got Lifeline for 100% heals here. I'm gonna need a couple. Oh, wow. Nice job. Wow. All right. So let's not have the old Animatus attack its buddies here, so I'll just use Fury Swipes on it, and that should clear the whole team up. I saw about 80 something million done. Let's see. But yeah, splashing winds up really awesome here. So yeah, Sarea's on the ropes. There we go. Again, free attacks from Vulcanar. All going up at 20% a time. Ooh. Love those key forges. Let's see. One last tiny bit of plundering here, and Yeah, I think Althea's next, so. So this will be night and day compared to how it was going in. I just, again, did not have the stone guard to really lower defense, and so that was what really stranded me. I mean, she was throwing out all kinds of fists, so to speak, and it just really floored my team. But this will be a chance to augment the damage with greatly lower defense. So check my bounties and stuff here. Oops. Alright, one more floor after this. So the anointments have been a real big help. I mean, Dreadnought and Executioner have been allowing all attacks to land, so considering how much Vulcanar flails around, that's pretty awesome. And you always want the Animatus to be able to hit anything with those big crazy attacks of its. So there we go. I think that is the result of always getting critical damage in. There we go. Thanks for showing yourself out, Mr. Mimic. So I guess I should have used one of those scrolls there with Sarea, but nice to have a relatively clean fight. But right now, everything is just so amped up stat-wise at the reliquary that it really doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not bragging, but we're basically able to just endure pretty much anything. The speed is way up, and that just lets me get in Holy Blast. Or other elimination, of course, like Stone Guard right off the bat. Alright, got the goblet filled. I don't know about you, but I really, really enjoy playing Kino. It's just so ASMR, I think. Followed by Siralim for the same reasons. I mean, the scratch ticket game is realistic, but to me it doesn't last as enjoyably long as the other two games, and I mean, slots are okay, but my favorites are certainly Siralim and especially Kino. How about you? Feel free to leave a comment if you've made it this far. Nothing in there, I don't think. So that should be good. Nothing worth really checking out here. Little L section. Some treasure possibly, that's it. Okay. So we'll be right on to Althea again, and I don't know, I almost don't even want to bother using the piety. I mean, the relics that I've got will be doing pretty well. I got an ass kicker all the way up to level 100, so that's a free infernal charge at the start of battle. Okay. All right. Temptation has always done good by me, so get a couple more ranks there. It's just really nasty, and it's really fun to just see it go crazy on pretty much everything on the field. So I don't have anything that will really be leveling up too soon. Blaze Fury looks like, but I will go to the Reliquary and get those stats up. Yeah, I love getting that to happen. I'll just put in attack as well for the relics, so that way Ass Kicker can get a whole bunch of extra damage in as it starts battles. So here we go with Sarea. Althea. I guess that's my Nancy Pelosi today, but so there we go with the Animatus coming back the first time it gets killed. It does so with a pretty big boost in health, which means more offense. So all right. And I really did buff up Althea a little much last time, so that was the cause for my loss. Also, I did not get a chance to get in Stone Guard, so that'll be my first priority fighting her. Oh, Stone Ward, rather. And you guys are history. There you go. I'm kind of torn about these monsters just popping up out of nowhere. Sometimes in some dungeons it seems like you just have to fight all 6 or 7 or 8 monsters with no choice, really. I mean, you're pretty much stuck in like a 1 or 2 square area and all the monsters come right to you. So nice. So I'm just scrambling around for some buffs and debuffs here. I do kind of like this realm a little bit. It's odd, we'll say, but certainly very rewarding in terms of buffs. So try to make it a fair fight. Hopefully Animatus won't be confused. It is resistant to debuffs in boss battles, so there we go. 5th. And that was a definite dodge for the treasure golem. I just feel so guilty defeating him and taking his treasure, so. So it does get to a point where a creature is attacked too many times in a turn, but that is split nicely among Vulcanar and the Animatus and the Koloss. So nice little offensive bunch there. So they may have a lot more debuffs than me going into battle. Oh, for Pete's sake. there's a story behind the limit anyway. My loving wife created that limit for me, so I didn't play too much, and I do try to adhere to it. So let's see if I can just get this video recorded and I'll be off to bed. She was a complete sweetheart, and I absolutely miss her. And that's what being Abigail is here. Just created this for her, and some of you may have seen it already, but I built a room in her memory. So Christmas was her favorite time of year, and so I filled up the room with all sorts of decorations, and I have her bed in there and a Cerberus guarding a gravestone. So would you look at that? Oh shoot. I didn't need that. Boy, these guys are holding up pretty well. I'll have to fix that with stone ward here. Oh, yeah, they're almost done. Yep. That's it. Here comes the corpse explosion and stone ward. So all right. Ooh, there's that goofy golem. Okay, let's see. So, oh, there we go. All right. So usually when you level up a realm enough, you get benefits after finishing up one of these portals, so I'll do that. And Stone Ward will be the first thing that I cast, or even do once I get to Althea. Hoping I can get one of those anointments I was looking for that allows overhealing and effects to trigger basically even after someone is at full health. So I'll try Stone Ward here. Yeah, so these guys are just getting smashed here, as you can see. Well, they're kind of holding up, but kind of not. Okay. Yeah, nothing yet for special abilities here or special boosts. Alright. Yeah, we're just gonna turn this one into a punching bag here, getting its defense way, way down. So I was figuring out how much defense was left if all 4 instances of defense reductions happened, because I know there is a minimum defense for anybody, but it was 0.6. It was like 1 times 0.6 times 0.6 times 0.6 times 0.6, and then that was, I think, like 0.12. So that's like 12% defense after one of these casts here. So there we go. Major stat losses right there. She's not going to be feeling too good. I got to get rid of those debuffs too. Ugh. I got to seal up those spell gems. So first things first, let's, oops. Okay. So I found a marked change in strategy, and the pace of the game whenever you seal an enemy's ethereal spell gems. It essentially turns them into a boxer, basically, coming back after you. So going to use Life Orb here. Oop. There we go. Ugh. We're a little bit on the ropes here, but so is she. Hopefully this will let some of my resurrections from Revelation stick. Okay. Oof. Nasty. Oh man. Please hang on, guys. Please, 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 please. Oh man. Oh, this is ugly. This is not cool. Please don't hurt me. Ugh. There's some what? There's some serious cheese going on with this lady. She's back. She's almost completely back now. Come on. That sucks. Jeez. Yeah, I don't want blighted. So wow. Check the history on that one. Ugh. Just checking to see what she takes as well. Just nasty. So Vulcanar is doing some really savage damage. Let me see if I can get Life Orb. There we go. Team captain is back. Oh wow. That was nice. Okay. Let's see if I can get that perk I wanted. Man. Well, I don't think any of this is actually cleric, but wow, lots and lots of nether stones here. Okay, that is that. One last treasure chest, and alright, so long, fellas, and thank you guys for watching. Truly appreciate you. It was good to be able to show you some wins. I think that this one was a pretty solid team to have. Certainly, Althea's defense got thrashed critically importantly, so I'm very happy to see that Stone Ward combo. I was afraid really to cast Holy Blast just because I was getting whopped so much, and I did not want to reduce any team members' health down to 25%, even if I did have a pretty good barrier. So that is it. I will see you guys on the flip side, and if you like, and this is your first video from the channel, please feel free to subscribe, and there's a big old playlist filled with assorted hijinks. So thanks for watching, and all the best. Bye-bye.